Let's check it out right now. Let's switch over right now. They are called Young Culture, and yeah, let's have a damn blast. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. What's up, fellas? How the hell are you?
What's
going
up,
on,
dude?
Listen,
is awesome, bro.
and this is so funny. By the way, Young Culture has it clearly together so well that they informed me 6 minutes ago that they're all going to be on at once. And I was like, oh shit, how do I set up that setting? But we are all here. Go. I see their faces. You, the crowd, can as well. What's up, fellas? How the fuck are we doing?
Good, dude. This is fucking sick. Thanks for having us.
Dude, it's so funny. And obviously, congrats on everything. We'll talk new music. We'll talk upcoming shows. You guys are going to be playing with me. Meet Me at the Altar, which is fucking incredible. Young Culture's been absolutely balling. Absolutely great things happening. So we'll talk about all that. But I wanted to start with this because I was thinking about this. It was I don't know if I did one of your first interviews, but I think it was like one of your more major interviews years ago, right? And I feel like you only had like a couple songs out or whatnot. You had I'll Be There. I remember I'll Be There had just dropped. I remember hitting up Peanut, who was like your booking agent, or I don't know if you guys had signed with him just yet, but somebody had put I'll Be There out there, and I was like, oh my God, I love this song. And I remember reaching out. I was just like, how do I get them on the Gunz Show? Like, what's up? Let's go. But that had been a couple years ago, dude.
Yeah, that was during the pandemic, and I remember like you reaching out and being like, "What, dude? This guy wants to do an interview with us?" So that was the beginning of a long friendship that we've had, you know.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about that is I remember distinctively we were all like, "Oh yeah," like, "Oh, it's like, oh shit, you guys live in the city? No way, me too." And we were supposed to hang out all the time, and Alex never hung out with me until then. He moved farther away, and then I saw him a lot more. I was like, dude, you were like, I could throw a baseball at how close you used to live near me, and we never saw each other. But now I see you all the time. So what the fuck? And now I have to pay Ubers though to hang out with you though. So
yeah, exactly. It worked out though. It worked out. We chill now.
So listen, what's good? How was what'd you guys do for New Year's? Do you guys celebrate New Year's? What's the deal? Do you remember what you did for New Year's?
I had to work, dude. New Year's was a bust for me, but
what does work entail? Sounds terrible.
Well, it could be worse. When I'm not on tour, I bartend at home in Albany. Yeah, so it was actually it was all right.
When you said
friends stopped in.
When you said you bartend at home, I literally was just like, so your family makes you bartend for them.
Imagine.
That'd be a sick gig.
It's like go get me a drink.
Yeah.
You know.
Get paid to bartend in your own home. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I think that's called like slavery or something, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
I don't think that's ideal. I don't think that's ideal. What about you, Alex? Did you black out or what?
I did. I did. But it was after I saw Gabe, and I remember that part. So that's the only important thing. Yeah. I just woke up and it was a new year. I don't know. What'd you do, dude? I missed you.
What did I do? I was in Nashville. It was fun. What was interesting though is like Nashville, all the homies are down here. So many bands are down here. So many artists are down here. That's why I love it. But I also obviously am back and forth in New York City. I'll be there back again in 2 days, and I'm there for a couple weeks. We're doing the Emo Night, our 8-year anniversary, Emo Night Brooklyn next week. You got to come to that. It's at Irving Plaza. Make sure to roll through. It's gonna be a party. We have so many surprise guests. It's gonna be sick. Can't believe it's been 8 years since we kind of launched that thing with Alex and Ethan. So incredible that they started it up, and a lot of fun. But so I went down to Nashville, and it was interesting because actually it was wild because some people were like, yo, dude, like, do you want to go to Soho House? And I was like, I literally left New York City, so I didn't have to go to Soho House.
You said you're a Soho House player?
There is nothing. Yeah, I mean, sweet brag, right? It's like, hell, there's nothing worse than having to pay like to go into an establishment on New Year's Eve. And like Soho House, I don't know how much it was. Maybe it was like $150. So like, there were bars out there that were just like, oh yeah, like come pay $100 and whatnot. But you're dropping $100 or $150, which sounds terrible, by the way. That all the drinks are then going to be like $15 or $20 as well. And worst of all of that, you're going to have to wait in line forever for drinks. And the last thing I want to do is wait in line for a drink on New Year's Eve when I'm trying to get drunk. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
And I feel like I'd be going and hanging out like somewhere where I do not feel like I belong.
What is Soho House? I've heard about it. What is it? It's like it's a bar?
It's like it's like a fine establishment. I don't know. A lot of the industry people love them. There's a bunch in New York City. They're like in Miami. They're in LA. It's like you have to pay to be
Big
part of like
cities.
this club or something. That like, and like a lot of celebrities go to it, and they have a no camera policy, like no phone policy. So like you're walking by and like Harry Styles might be there. I mean, One Direction, when they used to tour, used to be in the New York one all the time. So like if they were in town, that's where they would do their after parties and stuff, because you had to be, they knew they wouldn't get mobbed by like fans or whatnot. But like there's like, you know, it's like, oh, well, you can't bring out your cell phone or anything like that. It's kind of lame unless they want to offer me a membership. And then I think it will be
yes, yeah. I'm gonna
sounds like real life Raya. Like real life.
Totally.
Yeah, in-person Raya.
The real kind. So I like
real Raya.
I like in my top left, we have the Unabomber there with us, everybody. So
what's your left? Is that me?
Yeah, it's the worst lighting I've ever seen in the world right there. So
it looks a little like interrogation, like
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
It's actually mood lighting, but you know, like
it's a mood, all right. It is a mood, all right. We got a shout out to Ali Tari, who says the country club for millennials. Yeah, I guess that's the way. That's a good way to do it. So needless to say, I did do that. I went to a dive bar down here instead with all the homies and drank $5 beers and like $7 drinks, and it was absolutely awesome. And a bunch of like bands were in town, and like very cool people and good friends. You know who was here actually? I was hanging out. You know Cameron, Alex. You know Cameron Walker? He is he's a producer.
I know of him.
Yeah, he's a producer, but he also does he played on a bunch of like the Ready Sets those live shows. And I know that you love the Ready Set because I was at the Ready Set in New York City, and I looked to my left, and here's this maniac going wild and knowing the words to the Ready Set.
I was going crazy, bro. Like I used to love the Ready Set growing up. Shout out Jordan if you're watching this. Cameron, if you're watching this, let's go. Let's do some shows together. That would be sick.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I will text Jordan and Cameron on a group text right now and tell them that they need to do shows with Young Cultures. So listen,
I love you, brother.
Damn right. Listen, we're gonna have a lot of fun for everybody out there. My last name is Gunz. It is the Gunz Show. You're watching along on Twitch live right now. We kicked it off this year. Last night I had my buddy Phil, who used to be in the band Neck Deep, and he's working in a lot of different bands right now. Love Phil, Phil Thorpe, if you would. He was on last night. We have Young Culture tonight. Then tomorrow we're gonna have on Reese Young, who's an upcoming musician who's just got a brand new song with Aaron Gillespie, of course, from Under Oath and the Almost. Song is absolutely fire. I think it's gonna rip up the charts, so we're stoked on that. Then next week, I just got an email that I had Pierce the Veil on. So let's fucking go, Pierce the Veil. Let's go. Sick. Love those dudes. Known them for years, and then reached out for like 21 Pilots. Hopefully they come on as well because they just celebrate. So yeah, listen, bottom line is I interview all your favorite bands, big and small. And yeah, Jay in the chat says Pierce the Veil. I cannot wait for their new album. I just saw them on tour with I Prevail.
Dude, yeah.
It was fucking awesome. So
yeah. No, that single that they put out, Past Nirvana, that song was like definitely on my most listened to for last year. That song.
Dude, the other one too. What's the Emergency Contact.
Emergency Contact.
That one, dude. That one goes so hard.
I remember I was riding on Warped Tour, and they did Warped Tour a couple times, but I remember one of the first years, maybe not the first year, but it was like maybe the second time that they were on. I remember it was like when them like Sleeping with Sirens, when they were both kind of coming up and becoming pretty big, or not big just yet, but like were rising. And I remember just always checking Pierce the Veil's live show out, or like telling people they had to see them because the guitar work is just wild. I mean, it's like them and like Every Time I Die were two bands that you had to see live on Warped Tour because they just went effing crazy, and it could be like 105 degrees. And the thing with Warped Tour is, and I'm sure many of us went to, it's like you have 30 minutes to really impress. Like, do what you know what to do. Sound isn't always great or whatnot, but just go wild. And like you can always see bands that kind of took it to the next level. And Pierce, and especially Every Time I Die, were just like some of the like incredible bands to just really see them go wild. So good times all around.
And not to mention too, like dude's got like the craziest voice, Vic Flinty.
Vocals, hell yeah.
It's like wow. It's like I'll be watching him like sing like that and just like absolutely shredding. I'm like, I remember like it's crazy.
All the tapping and shit.
Yeah, definitely cool stuff all around as we speak here with our buddy. So listen, they're not Pierce Avail, but they are called Young Culture right now, and they're joining us right now. So listen, we got a lot to talk about. I'm stoked that you guys are finally on. We're also going to play some emo trivia in a little bit. It's called Who Wants to Be Emo Millionaire? I didn't even
wanted to do this.
I didn't even tell you guys that you were doing this, but you're doing it. So
Do it.
for the fans out there, make sure to drop a follow. Emo Millionaire. It's my my trivia series that I do featuring a lot of different bands. Let's talk music, all right? Because I've been Young Culture is one of those bands that you guys have fucking consistently worked your asses off, and I truly mean this. And like it's just like rise, and like eventually you guys are gonna hit it. And like obviously things are going well for you, but when you guys eventually hit it big, and you guys are going to be big because I'm going to make you big. When you guys hit it that way, it's going to be gratifying. It's going to be worth it because you worked your asses off. It wasn't an overnight sensation for you guys. And I think the fans are a big part of that as well. And they kind of respect and appreciate you guys. Talk to us about that. Talk to us about like how it's been. Are you starting to feel the payoff for this hard work, not making any money, just wanting to put out shows and music?
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go, Troy. You got it, baby.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like the goalpost is always being moved like further for us, so it's kind of hard to like enjoy the like rise in success. I feel like every like little milestone, but we're definitely noticing a difference, especially in 2022. That was our most busy year. We were doing something for 5 to 6 months out of the year. So that was like our goal, is to always to be like doing something half of the year. So I'm definitely seeing it in this past year. And, this year we're going to be really busy too. So.
Yeah. Now, Alex, what do you think about that? Kind of elaborate on that, because you were a band that, just tried to, you used to tour like the back of cars into vans, into just trying to do any shows that you possibly could, to just, being an opener, to now just getting great opportunities with like a Meet Me at the Altar, who are going to be absolutely massive. And I fucking love that band too.
Yeah.
So talk to us just about that as well, man. Since we first talked to you with I'll Be There years ago, things are a little bit better these days.
Straight up. And like, like you said, it does feel like one of those things because, there's a lot of like, and not to like talk bad about anybody, but there are bands that will pop out of nowhere and have like a really big moment. And one thing that I just love and appreciate about how it's gone for us is that we never had like a moment. We've just kind of been like moving forward, and everything's been growing gradually, and more people come and check it out. And it's more of like a solid fan base than even like a huge one yet, kind of like what you said. But I like know that that's coming, and it just keeps on growing. And like it's a tight-knit family that we have and that we've grown. And I'm just like very fortunate for that. And I think that's what I've always wanted. And so like you said, even since we talked last time, which is probably like 2020, really tough time, like pandemic, like kind of felt like things couldn't really get worse. To like now, when it's like we're on top of the world, and everything just gets better and better, and I'm just so grateful and fortunate for it.
I think it's interesting, in the chat room's blowing up right now, and then everyone's like, YC supremacy, let's go. As we speak here with Young Culture here on the Gunz Show, is it's that you guys are doing it. It reminds you like bands that we used to see growing up, where it was like, whether it's like the Wonder Years or like bands like that really came from like small comings, and just like from like house shows into small venues and just building up that core audience. And it's weird because it seems rarer these days. I don't know if it's because of TikTok. I don't know if it's because of just touring being different, but it's rare, but it's still, I always appreciate that. That's why like anything I can ever do to help you guys, I want that, because it's like you have that core base. They're going to go see, the fan base is going to go see you guys. All right. Then they're going to go to college, school, work, whatever they do, home, whatever they do, and they're going to tell their friends like, yo, I just saw Young Culture, they fucking crushed it. And so they might tell 3 or 4 of their friends that. So that means the next time you guys are in town, maybe 2 or 3 of those friends will now come, and then they're going to start telling their friends when they go back, because you guys are going to deliver every time. And that's how it's building out. And now that you're touring more, that's boom, recipe for success. Ball in, let's go.
Ball in. And Gunz, I think you can attest to it, but we just put out this like album in November, and it's by far like, I know the 3 of our like favorite thing that we ever put out. But one thing that I think really is just Young Culture's identity is the album's called You Had to Be There. And like, it's almost like this feeling of like, it's like, oh, like, you don't want to miss this like thing. And I know it's like that every time that we hang out, it's one of those moments, so it's like, thought about you on that one right there, dude.
Listen, the worst feeling in the world for my viewers and my listeners out there here on the Gunz Show is being left out. Don't be left out. Jump on board the Young Culture train right now. The rocket ship straight to the moon. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Because it's only going to get better, and the shows are only going to get like you don't want to be like, oh, I missed out. Like, go to the shows now, because it's just a straight up sing along party where everybody just has an absolute blast. And you're right. It's like, you had to be there. It's like, boom, like, be there now. All right. Exactly. Don't miss out. Let's go.
Right. Yeah. That was the warning. Right there.
We warned you. Listen, I can't say I didn't tell you. All right. Now, if you blow it, that's on your fault. All right. Don't be the asshole of the friend group. Right? Don't blow it. Also, I just realized apparently my jacket is ripped. Huh.
Oh no. It's on purpose. It's on purpose.
Rest in peace, jacket.
Shit is real. What the fuck? All right. Oh, that happens. We got people in the chat room. We got M says they just got 2 Young Culture tattoos. That's always fun.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Let me ask you this: as a band, I interview a ton of artists here. One of my favorite things is like, people do get tattoos, but sometimes they'll get lyrics and tattooed on them, which I think is awesome. Like, congrats on that. But I've spoken with like some pretty big bands, and they said sometimes like fans have come up to them, not realizing that they have the wrong words tattooed.
Oh no, dude!
Can you imagine?
No regrets.
Would you have to like? I mean, I guess at that point I would have to just be like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah,
I wouldn't correct them.
Yeah,
It's their interpretation.
I should start like a TikTok account of like tattoos gone wrong lyric wise. Nobody's still
a good idea.
Yeah.
But like, could you imagine being the lead singer and someone comes up and it's like, though, in the back of your head, you're like, those are the fucking wrong words.
I mean, sometimes like I'll go on like Genius or just like AZ lyrics and like look at the things that are on there, like, that's not what I said, but okay.
Spotify's also doing that too. Spotify, the lyrics. Speaking of the Ready Set, all right. So the Ready Set, I swear to God, I texted Jordan when they announced that they were doing that New York City show. It was their first show like in like 6 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I had a couple drinks in me like 2 months earlier. And I was like throwing on some old school Ready Set. And for those that don't know, Jordan kind of like but like sometimes he'll like kind of rap or sing fast on some of the old songs. And it's unique and it's cool. And I remember I sent him like a lyric and stuff, and he just put question marks. And I was like, these are your words. He goes, really? I was like, yeah, dude. And then he texted me like an hour later, and he's like, it's like, dude, he's like, I kept thinking about it. He's like, those aren't the right words. He's like, I haven't thought about the song in 10 years. And he goes, but those are not the right words. Fucking Spotify had them wrong. I'm just repeating what Spotify said.
No, you know what's funny is like, yeah, I had somebody actually tell me something similar. Like, it's actually the song Shiver that we have that's on our EP Godspeed. And I was like, and they said it to me, and I was like, I realized that it was that lyric on all the things. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start singing that live instead.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So good.
Yeah,
That's
you learn
awesome.
something new every day. So
There you go.
There you
Well,
go.
listen, Emma's in the chat getting all the tattoo requests. So congrats to that. Somebody brought up the album cover. Talk to us about the album cover. Bex really enjoys the album cover. By the way, please, everybody, drop a follow here on the Gunz Show Twitch channel. We're having some fun with our buddies from Young Culture and whatnot. Talk to us about the album cover. Talk to us what was different in this one compared to previous ones that you've put out. Did you enjoy this one more?
Dude, the album cover, like, it was basically like when we came up with the name first. You had to be there. We actually came up with that while we were recording the record.
what was the other one we were gonna call it?
You can't make this shit up. So we figured we want Danny to be involved with the album art and stuff. So we had Danny go back and look at a bunch of old photos, and then we all just kind of took a bunch of old iPhone photos, and basically all these photos from like our childhood, our past, growing up, the DIY tours, like everything, and kind of everyone that's been involved with Young Culture. And we wanted to make sort of a collage. I know Alex's vision was like a modern day, like Sgt. Pepper, pop punk Sgt. Pepper.
All right.
Which I think we kind of did, like just kind of made the whole thing look like a party that you just had to be there for,
right.
You know what I mean?
No, you didn't, but okay. No, I'm just, you're talking about the most iconic album cover of all time. And it was like, we're Young Culture. I think we pulled off the Beatles pretty well. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, like, here's the thing: is that we've been compared to the modern day Beatles. Many times.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Except we're cool. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. So we're not named after a fucking bug, bro.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the album cover is pretty badass. One of the cool things that I appreciate about you guys is the Young Culture is like the it's all about the hooks. And for anybody that knows the Gunz Show, I'm a big fan of hooks. I'm all about, there's no better feeling than being able to play a song, whether it's at a house party, whether it's at a bar, whether it's DJing, whether it's here on the Gunz Show. And all of a sudden people come up to me or like will message me and like, yo, that song fucking rips. Like you just get brought in. And there's so many, not every single song, but there's so many consistently hooky, melodic, great, solid songs that Young Culture continues to put out. So which one of you, are you all suckers for hooks or like, what's the deal? Like who doesn't like just a catchy vibe? Now catchy doesn't mean it has to be like pop or lame or anything. Like it doesn't mean it has to be like, like I'm a Barbie girl or like songs like that, like, which is fine. But like catchy can like, there's nothing wrong with catchy. Like I love songs that you just like, wow, that's infectious in your ear that like you're humming it on the way home. That's sick. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I feel like these guys will have a lot to say about that, but it is for sure that especially with You Had to Be There, it was a huge part of it. And I just like think it's a huge part of Young Culture identity is like, that we want to make catchy songs, and the hook to us is also very important, like having something that's big, and say like, you don't have to do it. It doesn't have to be that way every time, but like it's like definitely like our favorite thing to do. And I think that when the three of us get in a writing room together, it's just kind of like that's what we're gonna like, build. It's just like a catchy song. They're usually just these short, catchy songs, and that's exactly what You Had to Be There was. Just feel like a banger of a party. So I don't know if you two have anything to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the focus for has always been around a big chorus, like a big hook. But this time around, it was the main focus for this record. Like we really wanted every song to have a huge hook. There's like one song that's a little bit more low key, but other than that, all the other songs have pretty big hooks, in my opinion, at least.
Now, what is the, tell us, like, give us a behind the scenes look into Young Culture here on the Gunz Show. What is one song or perhaps one chorus or one melody that kind of came up in like a random spot? Did one of you like do you ever like wake up in the middle of the night and like have to like hum a song, like hum something into like, your iPhone or whatnot? Or like tell us like an interesting kind of bizarre random story that ended up making the album or a part of the songs?
Yeah. Well, I'll start. I mean, just like the whole album in general. So we kind of got to get like I mean, the album, a lot of it we were writing during like, the pandemic. So 2020, 2021. And dude, we had written maybe like 60 songs or something. Too many songs. And we had written so much. And we went into the studio in January 2022 up in Toronto with our friend Anton DeLost. Shout out Anton. And by the by the time that we got there, dude, like we like scrapped literally like 90% of it and wrote most of the album from scratch in like the first week. These guys will tell you about it, but a crazy one for me was the first track, Not in Love, which is one of the singles and one of my favorite songs on it. We spent a day writing that one and I hated it. I was like, this is not going to go anywhere. This is not going to be the one to being my favorite song. So, like it's kind of crazy how that works.
What eventually changed? Was it that you kept working on it, or did it kind of grow? I think that's actually kind of rad, because I love stories like that where it's like people like sometimes the songs that you least expected are the ones that end up hitting, which is it's kind of wild and incredible. Well, what ended up changing? Did you just keep at it?
Yeah, and it might be exactly like a situation like you said, where like I was just listening, I was like, don't dig it. I was like, don't dig it. This is like whatever. And I honestly think it was something as simple as we changed the chord structure in the chorus, and then it made everything hit so differently for me. And I was like, boom, that's it. I was like, it's a hit. So
we changed it from like a more like happy sounding like chord progression to a little bit more emo sounding. And it really just juxtaposed to the lyrics. I think it really elevated it. It was like a switch of a dime. Like because we worked, that was probably the song that we spent the most time with for this record, I would say.
Now, do you all fight over how the songs are gonna, like, the track listing? How important is track listing? Obviously, we live in such an era where everything's like single, but I'm still a sucker for full albums, or at least EPs, or EPs, full albums, whatever it is. I think that I love being able to hit play, whether it's on my Spotify, whether I'm driving, cruising around, whatever, and just listening through the things and like knowing how the next song is gonna lead into it and all that stuff. I'm all about that still. Now, how does Young Culture come up with like the thing? Do you guys get into like, do you all just get in the middle and just start fist fighting each other, or what? Like, do you just start punching each other and whoever wins decides the order, or like, how does this go?
I think the track listing was probably one of the easier things we had to figure out on the record. Like, we all pretty much had a similar idea of where we wanted to go with it.
Yeah.
Something that took forever was picking the singles. That took so long.
Yeah. It's a good problem to have when you have so many good songs. Is that what you're telling us, Young Culture?
Exactly. And that's how it felt, like, I mean, that was probably the biggest dilemma. It was between what we wanted and what our managers thought were the singles and the A&Rs and stuff, and we're like, well, like, I get it, this is a good problem, but ultimately I think that what are the ones that we put out as first singles? We put out Tattoo, we put out Kinda Over It, which is the lead single, we put out Not in Love and Whiskey, and I think Good Karma, and those ones I think are awesome. Bex just said, does it taste like whiskey? It does.
It does. It do taste like whiskey.
They every time I've had you on the show, I think we've had you on more than once, because I remember we had you guys on and you guys were annihilated or about to take like mushrooms or something.
We were on mushrooms.
Oh, you're on mushrooms.
We were on mushrooms.
You never know what you're going to get here on the Gunz Show, which is why you need to tune in all the time. That's right. You were in like some small ass New York City apartment, and like I'm just like these guys are tripping balls right now.
All three of us are just like looking around.
I think we had just taken them or something, and Alex was like spontaneous, like out of nowhere. He's like, "Yo, you want to do the Gunz Show?" I'm like, "Sure." Why not? We each had a beer in our hand too. That was actually my bachelor weekend. So that was what was
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love how Alex is like, yo, you want to do a live international interview right now? It's like, sure, fuck it.
Sure.
It's so
Shout out
fucking
to
funny.
Shout out to Devani, who's in the chat calling the album a no skip album. Make sure to drop a follow. All of you see that follow button, just drop a follow right there. Of course, you're watching live on Twitch, and then this goes up on the Gunz Show podcast. We had our buddy Phil Thorpe from Neck Deep, formerly from Neck Deep. He was on last night. We got Reese Young on tomorrow. We got Pierce the Veil coming up next week. We've got all sorts. I think we got my buddy Heart Attack Man, who's absolutely going to have a humongous.
Oh, shout out Eric.
Shout out Eric. Yo, I did one of his first ever interviews. Eric from Heart Attack Man is probably one of my favorite people to ever interview and interact with. The dude is so fucking funny.
Oh, he's
We love
hilarious.
that guy.
We love that man. Shout out Eric.
Yeah.
We actually went on our first ever non-DIY tour with Heart Attack Man and Seaway.
Love Seaway, my Canadian friend. Seaway put out an
Yep.
incredible album that I don't think enough people gave attention to right in the beginning of the pandemic. It's one of my, dude, straight up, right? Like, dude, I love that Seaway album so much.
So
I should hit them up. I got to get Ryan and them back on the show. I haven't talked to them in a minute. I fucking love Seaway, and like that album it's got like their latest album had like Third Eye Blind-esque vibes to it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was all about it.
Yes.
Good call on that. I got to bring them back on. I love bands that deserve to get more recognition. That's why I really want to help them out. So, Beck says, "Where's Seaway?" I have no idea. Maybe should I text them to come on the show right now?
Yeah.
I think that
Hit 'em
one
up.
thing. Yeah,
Should
I think one thing that
should I text them right now? Be like, "Come
Hit
on
'em
the
up.
do
show."
it.
Ryan,
it.
should I text
Do
Ryan?
it.
Be like, what? I'm texting right now. What are you doing? Come hang. Maybe I'll text.
Let's
Should I
go.
text Eric, Heart Attack Man, to join us as well?
Let's do
Let's
it.
go. Get a
a
party
reunion.
going.
I'm texting everybody right now. It's a fucking party here. Let's go.
Let's go. You had to be there.
You never know what's gonna happen. Drop a follow. Yeah, keep going.
No, for real though, like Seaway. I think that's a band that everybody can agree. We need Seaway back.
Yeah.
Such a slept on band. Come on. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Everyone
they're
loves them.
yeah,
I haven't
everybody
ever
loves
met a
Seaway.
person that doesn't like Seaway.
They're
No.
they're the like, you know, I think Gabe was actually mentioning this on like Twitter or Instagram or something the other day, but they were like they were like the first band like back in 2019 that took us on our real first tour. And funny enough, Gunz, is that it was Seaway, Free Throw, Heart Attack Man, and us. So back in 2019, if we got those guys on there, let's get Corey from Free Throw on here too and make it a back party.
Are we just doing a giant group text right now? I need everybody right now that's on Twitter. Tweet Heart Attack Man, tweet Eric, and tell him to come on the Gunz Show with Young Culture. Tell him that he's being requested to come on the Gunz Show right now. And
Sure
tell
you
us,
do it.
everybody hit up Eric from Heart Attack Man. I think he's writing or in the studio, or I don't know what the hell he is right now. God knows where he is. I remember the last time I had him on, he only paid like the electricity bill for what he's got like 2 different power accounts or something. So half of his house didn't have electricity, but the other half did.
You split it up.
Dude,
into
that
two
sounds
accounts.
crazy.
Like, this is such a Heart Attack Man story right now.
Instead of having 2 phones like you're a drug dealer, you have 2 power bills.
He literally like, oh my God, it was so funny when he was on. Oh my God. All right, I gotta tweet him. Heart Attack Man, you are requested on to join us right now. Hello, Eric.
A formal request.
It is
Let's go.
It is Sir Gunz. You are.
And he says that they think that he's at a concert right now.
Good.
So.
He can zoom in from there. It'd be great.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can leave.
Yeah. Chaotic energy.
That's so funny. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do this. So
No typos. No typos.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Just be like ended with a big ballin'. So sometimes every once in a while I'll be texting you Gunz and I just wanna respond to everything you say with ballin'.
Ballin'. Yes. For those that don't know, yo, did you see my thing from yesterday? It's up on my Instagram. Did you see the sign? My ballin' sign?
No.
Look. Hold on, let me,
Oh,
can Can you
Are
see
you
that?
kidding me? Are
That's
you
so
kidding
fire.
me? That's insane.
Ballin'.
That's
That's so funny. Yeah, I got I ordered it. I got it from for Christmas. Best gift ever. Ball inside. It's gonna go right above me. It's gonna be so
I was
sick.
gonna say,
So I got
it's
ball
gotta
in.
be
Yeah.
right behind you.
Yeah, it's gonna be so sick. Probably one of my favorite gifts ever. All right, before we get into Emo Millionaire, we'll play some trivia here. We'll talk about the new music and more. What's one of your favorite gifts that you've gotten for either Christmas or holidays or whatever, birthday maybe? What one of your favorite gifts that you've gotten?
That's a good question.
The gift of friendship.
Shut the fuck up.
I knew you'd hate that one.
Shut the fuck up.
I think one year I had a cousin that didn't. This is a great gift. You'll get a kick out of this. Cousin didn't know what to get me, and there was we were all like paying a certain amount or whatever for a gift. So he got me like a gallon of Maker's Mark. He was like, I don't know what to get this guy, so I'm just gonna get him a gallon of Maker's Mark, and that lasted me quite a while. So
That is that's the gift that keeps on giving. That's you know what that is? That's called heartburn.
that is heartburn. A little bourbon, yeah, a little bourbon, a gallon of bourbon.
I remember I went home like back to I met up like we did like a softball tournament with like my high school and my college buddies who I hadn't seen we hadn't seen each other in years, and we all went home for like a big softball tournament, and it was like 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and we all kind of saw each other for the first time the night before. We were extremely hungover, and then we forgot that because it was in New York City, the liquor stores aren't open early like anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like we were in the suburbs, like you can't.
True.
So somebody went with like a liter of Maker's Mark, and that's what we had to drink at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning as we begun playing softball. And I remember I hit the ball, I ran to second base, and I go like this, and I just projectile vomit all over the infield.
Oh yeah,
Saw that one coming. Saw that one coming.
There were like former teachers there were playing, you know what I mean, with the whole thing.
Dude,
that'll do it though.
Let's check in with Gunz. He's throwing up at second base. I was like, I haven't ran that fast in years.
Hey,
You know,
made it though.
Usually I'd be like, yeah, whiskey for anything. Not for that.
Yeah, no, don't drink Maker's Mark and then proceed to play sports. Anybody out there? So, listen, I want to get this, and then we'll get right, and we'll get to some emo trivia. I just want everybody to come on. We've been talking about having Young Culture on now for a minute. Fucking love these guys. They're incredible. They're awesome. Good friends of mine. Good homies of mine. Real quick, because I want to delve into this. The album's incredible. Everybody can go check it out right now. Young Culture here. Make sure to drop a follow, please, on the Gunz Show. Subscribe, that whole thing. Got some great bands coming up. That's how we do. Let's go. You never know what's going to happen here. Who knows? Maybe Heart Attack Man's going to be joining us. Who the fuck knows? I didn't hear back from Seaway yet, but maybe they do. Whatever. I was like, come on the Gunz Show immediately. So
that would be legendary if
so
we got them to make an appearance.
What is your each of you? What's your favorite song on the album?
I like Different Now. That's my jam.
Okay.
Troy.
Oof, this is tough because it changes a lot.
Yeah, mine changes all the time.
It's been changing because we're playing different songs from it on different shows and stuff. Probably right now, either Different Now or Whiskey.
Good one.
Because Whiskey, surprisingly, it's a little, it's like a country, pop country kind of song, and it goes off live. And I didn't think it would, and it made me like it more.
You're a country boy.
I am a country boy. That is true.
Nashville. You got to come down to Nashville. Do you guys tour Nashville on this run or no?
We're
hitting Nashville.
Yeah, we are hitting Nashville.
Oh, God,
I don't remember what venue we were playing. Yeah.
Basement East. We've never played there.
Oh, I was just there last night, actually. It's a sick venue. It's cool. Yeah, I literally was just there last night. There was a grunge night, and it was fucking sick.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll be there. I'll be in Nashville all next week too, so we can hang out maybe.
There we go.
If you'll be there, unless you'll be back in New York.
I'll probably be back in New York, so I don't think we're ever gonna hang out.
ever again.
What's your favorite song? Tell us your favorite song, so I don't get yelled at.
you know, and I'm not just saying this because they said it, but yeah, we play different now at these holiday shows, and it reached its way back to like one of my favorites at the top. I also think that the first track, Not in Love, is one of my favorite ones too. So
Right, after you originally hated it as you explained it to us, but then fell in
Yes.
love with it. So you're not
Exactly.
you're not in love with Not in Love. Is
Yes.
what you're talking about. So,
not. Yeah,
Not-
yeah. Whatever you said, you're right.
Yeah. We got
not love.
Crystal in the chat saying Different Now is one of their favorites. Whiskey, of course. I think you might have some cowboy hat. People might be showing up in some cowboy hats to the shows.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland looks like
They do
people are
that.
going to be showing up. So I think, you know what you have to do is the Maine sells like cowboy hats now. I think Young Culture might have to do, well, I don't know if you can do the cowboy hat because that is the main thing right now, but maybe there's some sort of, maybe you have a shirt with like a cowboy hat on it or something for whiskey. There's got to be something
True.
there. Maybe like a necklace. How about a Young Culture like cowboy hat necklace? That'd be fucking sick.
Oh,
True. That's boom. There you go. There you
All
go. I'll cut you your check.
I was going to say, give me all
Give you
the
a fighter.
royalties.
Yeah,
All the royalties.
100%.
No, I mean
Yeah.
better idea. You know, the cowboy hat is the Maine's thing, but the Maine could take us on tour and we could all just wear cowboy hats.
there we go.
I'm just having all the ideas. I'm having
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
let's
ideas.
Call them
I-
out. Call
I
them
love
out.
the Maine. Love the Maine. Big
Oh,
fan of the
who
Maine.
doesn't?
They
They're
are
one
absolutely
of the best
incredible.
bands.
Yes, absolutely. Big fan of the Maine. Love the Maine. Great people all around. Before we talk about the Meet Me at the Altar shows and more, your upcoming shows and tour and all that stuff, what is one of your favorite? What's one of your wildest tour stories? Not so much like. Actually, let's take it this way because, like I've said, I think I've interviewed like, what the hell was the number? I've interviewed like 3,200 bands or some shit like that. I don't know.
Wow.
Like I did
That's
it over the break. I forget how many it was. It's fucking crazy. I've been doing this shit for like 15 years. Like started like when I was in high school. So here's the thing. So we've heard all sorts of, I've heard stories about everything. I've heard stories about like some some venues got like a really shitty security person there, but every tour knows about it. And they're just like, oh yeah, that fucking asshole backstage. Like, like I've heard that to like fighting promoters trying to get like, you know, like the money when you guys are just a small band, into like tour stories, into snowstorms, into like gas stops, all sorts of shit. What's one of your favorite tour stories that you can kind of tell us? That's that is a great story. No pressure.
You guys got this one. All the ones I want to say are too bad.
There's some pretty crazy ones. I don't know how far we can push it.
Just like say like I guess like, you know, like there's just been crazy stories of like, you know, when we were starting out as a band, you know, and we would just go kind of stay with strangers and stuff, and like and just stayed with some crazy characters, you know, like it's just times when like, you know, we've been sleeping and like woken each other up and been like, guys, like we gotta stay out of this house right now. like, so, you know, we're not getting too specific about it, like things like that, where maybe that person woke up and was like, where'd they go?
we gotta make a run for it.
Yeah.
Oh my. Somebody brought up perhaps an arrest story, but let's I don't know if we're
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's what everybody knows. So, you know, classic.
right, yeah.
They
So
got
it's
it.
not-
They got it. We put that one out there. Yeah. Of course, you can't
so we
forget
have
that
a
one.
T-shirt with Alex's mugshot on it.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
We see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The story has
Staple.
written itself and told itself.
I know,
Uh,
yeah. So yeah, go. I guess, go into jail.
Have you ever like
that's a good
driven?
tour story.
Have you ever had to drive through a storm and you're just like, oh god, like just
Yep.
shaking?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we did an audio tree session at the beginning of 2020, right around when COVID like really started going crazy, and we had to make the overnight drive from Minneapolis to Chicago to make it in time for the morning, and it was like a blizzard basically, and that was pretty fucking scary.
Yep. Shout
Like
out.
a
I'm
white
pretty
knuckle on the steering wheel.
Pretty sure Danny drove us the whole entire night, like too, so we can make it to do audio tree, which was awesome, a milestone for sure.
Right.
You know, yeah, but that was definitely a blizzard we were driving through. Like that was not fun.
That's when you're like, I would much rather be a bartender at home.
I'd much rather be a fucking accountant right now. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're like, I knew I should have listened to my parents, not been in a band. Like,
haven't had that feeling
yet.
I gotta say. So
Yeah.
no, I'm saying when you're in the middle of a blizzard and you're like, this is how it ends. It's like I should have just became a fucking accountant.
I'll go out in a blizzard.
We're pushing through. We're pushing through. But
Yeah.
speaking of tours while you're on it, if anybody's in the chat, my phone died, so I'm not seeing any more of them. But if there's songs that you want to hear us play on this tour, we're putting together a set list. So drop them in the comments too. Would love to see that.
Shout it out, Young Culture. Let us know what songs you want them to hear. And if you're listening to this on the Gunz Show podcast, which you can go to right after this, subscribe, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. I have a deal with Amazon now, I guess. All sorts of shit. I'm fucking, I don't know, Twitch partner. I got it all. I'm fucking Bezos. Balling. Fucking Bezos. Send me on your goddamn rocket ship, dude. Let's go. Dude, I need to go on Bezos's rocket ship, the spaceship, whatever the hell it's called. What's it called? Space what? Space what?
Blue Origin?
Blue Origin, some shit like that. Whatever. I don't know. There's so many. I need to go on that. I need to have a camera on my face. I'm just gonna scream, "Ballin'!"
Like a fucking GoPro.
Ballin'. When are you making? When are you releasing the B-side song called "Ballin'"? When is that coming out?
Ballin'. And it's gonna be an instrumental with samples of you just going
ballin'. Let's go. Some people in the chat, fantasy, silver lining, smooth, serendipity, a lot of different songs. Pure gold.
Oh wow.
Some throwbacks in there.
And of course, obviously, the new album, which you can go listen to right now, Young Culture here on the Gunz Show. Talk to us about this tour. Meet Me at the Altar, incredible. What do you tell us? What do you guys have lined up in the near term as well as long term? Kind of do some promotion right now, so we don't get yelled at. So I don't get yelled at by management or everybody. Let me at least pretend that we actually promoted something here. So what can we talk to us about shows and what you have lined up?
you heard that, Adam Rich? Managers,
Yeah.
The Gunz Show's got you covered, baby. We got you covered.
No, for sure. Well, I mean, in the near future, obviously, like you said, we're going on tour, and it's just a really special tour to us. It's going to be a tour with Meet Me at the Altar, who are just awesome girlies, and then a band that's up and coming. I think you might have met some of them, Guns, Daisy Grenade, who I swear to you is just going to be the biggest band in the world. They are just incredible. So I'm really stoked to go on tour with those girlies as well. And it's just going to be a freaking fun tour, full US, North America, so you don't have any reason to miss out on it. Let's get it.
I love tour packages, and shout out to Peanut and everybody involved. I love tour packages, Anina and everybody. I love tour packages that make sense, and like this is one of those shows that everyone has to get there early and will love every single artist, and it's just going to be such a good experience for obviously the bands and everyone on the road, but also the fans and stuff, because I feel like if you like one of the bands, you like all these artists. And if you don't know these artists, get there early and support them. You know what I mean? Daisy Grenade, like you said, I think they're going to be fucking massive and like have, are already starting to get buzz and stuff. So shout out to them. And this rules because I love tour packages that make sense. And like get there early, get there for doors, hang out, make friends with each other, whatever you want to do. And then like just jam out for like 3 hours.
And we also love a 3-band bill. Everybody loves a 3-band bill. Goated.
Damn right.
Get out of there early, baby.
Awesome. We already got people that are saying that they're going to different shows. Boston date. We have somebody going to the DC date. Ryan from Seaway wrote back. He goes, I haven't talked to him in probably 3 years. And all he says, what are you doing? Come on the Gunz Show. Listen, when you've been involved in this industry for as long as me broadcasting, interviewing all your bands, I literally go, what are you doing? Come on the Gunz Show. He's probably like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Let's go.
He goes, dude, sounds great, but I'm at the gym. Who's on? I go, Young Culture. He goes, fuck. He goes, I love those boys. Love to those boys. So much fun. So meanwhile, Eric from Heart Attack, man, I don't know where the hell he is, but maybe next time.
Bring Seaway back. We need Seaway back. We need him
back. Listen, check it out. Listen. We're gonna play Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire. We'll make an abridged short version. Okay, we'll have some fun here.
Boom.
Let's
go.
All right, for everybody out there, it is Gunz here from the Gunz Show. Make sure to drop a follow, Gunz. Follow me right here. Don't ask questions in the chat unless you drop a follow. That's my rule. Okay, I just saw that right now. You're not allowed to answer or ask questions unless you drop a follow. How about that?
Men's serious.
Fucking serious here. Let's go. And then of course follow me, the Gunz Show, Gunz. You see it right there, right below the Gunz Show on across all the social media. So about a year ago, I launched a trivia show called Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire? All right. We've had some of your favorite bands perform and be the guests on it. We've also done it live. I've done it live in Brooklyn, done it live in Manhattan multiple times, done it down here in Nashville. Nashville actually gave me a residency to do a trivia Emo Millionaire down here every first Monday of the month, which is fucking sick.
That's
so
sick.
let's go. It's a great thing. We've had some great bands on. We've had everybody from The Maine to Simple Plan to like We the Kings to Bayside to like the Somerset to the Ready Set to Travis Mills, T Mills, Girlfriends has been on to Census Fail. There's so many. Hoodie Allen was on. We just did Phil formerly from Neck Deep yesterday. We've had simple, like there's so many different bands. However, the leaderboard is John from The Maine got 7 for 7.
Ooh.
He got 7 for 7. Pierre from Simple Plan got 7 for 7. Hoodie Allen got 7 for 7 as well. A lot of people got 6 for 7. And then some people just did. Oh, we had Eric from Heart Attack Man on. He had 3 for 7. My first question was about Paramore, and I was like, "What song was on the Twilight soundtrack?" And he goes, "Well, I've never listened to Paramore, and I've never seen the Twilight movies."
Is it Decode? Is that what song it is?
Decode, yeah.
Actually, why don't we make that our first question? So here we go. All right. Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire? You can follow along, all right? And then all these go up on YouTube afterwards and the Gunz Show podcast. So make sure to listen to this. All right, so here we go. Question number 1. My friends from Young Culture. All right. What song did Paramore have on the Twilight soundtrack?
Decode.
Go ahead, Troy. Decode. Decode.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, well, now you're making me nervous, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. 1 for 1. Let's go.
Good job, boys. Good
job, everybody.
Could go anyway. We'll go 1 for 7 or 7 for 7.
At least you've got one. It all starts with 1. Bex in the chat said, if you don't get that right, I'm disowning you all. Now, here's the thing. Don't look at the chat, though, when you guys are answering, because you don't want to be those assholes, all right? No cheating.
Blacked out. No cheating here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What is question number 2? What is Machine Gun Kelly's real name? Is it Colson? So Colston, Calvin, or did he recently legally change it to Machine?
Oh no, that's a trick one. I mean,
it's Colson Baker. I know that because I'm on Wikipedia a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Are you sure Are you sure on New Year's Eve he didn't change it to Machine? If anybody would change their name to Machine Gun Kelly, it would probably be Machine Gun Kelly.
I feel like I would have
about it.
With specifics too. Gunn said on New Year's Eve something happened. That's specific. I don't know. I'm saying.
I'm saying Colson. Hey.
Let's go.
Ball in.
That would have been on Twitter.
Legally changed his name to Machine.
That would have been on Twitter. That would have been like bigger than I am.
Yeah, we would have seen that.
Dude, if anybody did change their, it would be Machine Gun Kelly. He would change his first name to Machine. You know what I mean?
Machine.
It's like, I decided to be Machine. All right, here we go. Benji and Joel Madden from Good Charlotte are both married or have been married to famous people. Name one of them.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz for sure.
Name two of them.
Nicole Richie.
Boom, you guys got it. What the hell? Name 3 for 3 right now. I got to get harder questions. Let's go. All right, 3 for 3 right there. Here we go. All right. What was the name of Blink-182's drummer before Travis Barker?
Oh,
Alex, you know this, don't you?
Scott Rayner,
I think it's Scott Rayner. I'm pretty sure that's what his name is.
right?
Wow, no hesitation. 4-4.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
There we go. We had very sweet in the chat also got that. Scott Rayner. Yes, some people don't realize that Travis Barker only joined Blink-182 on the Enema of the State album. All right, question number, what are we on? We're on question number.
Shout out Very Sweet.
Question number 5 here. What are we on? One,
yeah,
two,
we're on number.
Are we on 4 or 5? We're on question number 4.
We're on 5.
Paramore. Paramore, Machine.
Nicole.
Yeah, yes, that's 3.
And then Blink.
And then Blink is 4. All right, question number 5. Which one of these bands never played the Vans Warped Tour? Is it My Chemical Romance? Is it Fall Out Boy? Is it Panic at the Disco? Is it Machine Gun Kelly?
Oh
no.
Oh, this one might stump us.
That's how we roll. Who wants to be an Emo Millionaire? Follow me, Emo Millionaire. Let's go.
Fuck, dude, I don't want to get this wrong.
My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Machine Gun Kelly. Those are your 4. Talk it out. Talk it out. What do you?
Why do I feel like it's Panic?
I think it's Panic at the Disco. That's what I'm thinking.
I was thinking My Chem, but I could be totally wrong.
Oh,
I feel like I've seen footage of them playing. That's the only
Really?
reason. That's the only, yeah. And I know that Kelly has.
Oh no, what do you guys want to go with? Because I think it's MGK. I think MGK and Fall Out Boy have.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm going Panic. I'm going Panic.
Okay.
That's my vote.
What do you think, Gabe? Are you nervous?
I'm super nervous. How is Panic not played?
I mean,
Panic at the fucking Disco.
I know.
Right? They've been around for years.
I could see Machine Gun Kelly playing it.
He did play it.
I'm going Panic at the Disco.
All right.
I'm locking it in.
Roll it in.
Oof.
It's not it. It's not it.
Val, you got it. 5 for 5.
Dude, this is exhilarating.
Yeah. Can we put money down on this? Do we win money?
Yeah, are we actually gambling?
You guys get Emo Millionaire trophies, kind of like the Dundee Awards, but Emo Millionaire Awards. It's fucking great. Statues. It's gonna be great. You can put it right on. You can put on your tour thing right on the dashboard. It's great. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
Love that.
5 for 5 right there. Young Culture live on the Gunz Show. We're playing Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire? If you like this, make sure to watch previous ones on YouTube. It's on the Gunz Show YouTube channel. Also, all these are available on the Gunz Show podcast. We also do this across the country in live settings and with some of the bands and all this stuff. So it's fucking taking off. It's so much fun. So anyway, 5 for 5 so far. We go to question number 6, my friends.
Oh.
Give me 1 second, because this one might stump you, but I think it's going to be interesting. Actually, no, I don't want to screw you guys here, because it's not really an email question. Or do I kind of want to screw you guys?
Lay it on us.
Did you screw John out? If you did, then yes.
No, John got 7 for 7. Travis, We the Kings got 6 for 7. Oh, Kellen got 7 for 7. We had Kellen Quinn on. He went 7 for 7. Okay. So I think there's 5 people that got
7 club.
You want to be in the 7 club?
Yeah, I want to be in the 7 club.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 club.
All right. So we have another one. Okay, here we go.
It's like the 27 club, but you're alive, you know.
Yeah.
And you win, and you win,
and you're balling,
and you're balling,
and you are a baller. Finish the lyric. Dance, dance.
We're falling apart to halftime. Is that what it is, Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Falling apart to halftime.
Well, you have say it again because we have to make sure the lyrics do. Because a lot of times people are like dance, dance, da 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 da. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
what
Patrick
are
Stump,
the
so there are
exact
no
words?
real there are no real lyrics.
Yeah, talk about
I
fucked
think
up
it's
lyrics.
we're falling apart to have time.
Falling apart to halftime. Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot it.
Let's go 6 for 6.
Let's go.
Bam, let's
Do, 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 do.
Boys, we're going for 7.
They
going for
are
7.
getting ready. Here we go, everybody, on Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire with our friends from Young Culture, everybody. Are you ready? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Okay. We're taking it back to 2019. We always end on a question about the band themselves. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
This is usually this is where everybody kind of gets at least one wrong, is nobody remembers stuff about their own band. Okay.
That's so funny.
That's
Okay.
all right. So here we go. So 2019, you guys played some shows. You guys were on the road, did some stuff here. You had one show in particular that was in Albany on April 13th. Okay. Maybe somebody was there. What was your second song on the set list?
Oh my
God.
All right. So that
Crazy.
was April 13th
so that
was our headliner, right?
Yeah, so I know number 1 we played 21 Days first. So number 2 had to be like
How do you know this? How do you know this?
I'm fucking Gunz. I got some shit, bro.
Where you
I got people everywhere, bro.
You're like Nardwar, actually.
Yeah, it is like Nardwar. Okay.
second. Okay.
Talk it out. What are you
So-
thinking? What are you thinking here? To be an emo millionaire, what are you thinking?
This is
Fuck
where we
yeah.
go 6 for 7, boys. I don't know, man. I gotta
No,
say.
okay, like just think back to 2019 us. What would we play second?
What would
After
those
seven.
assholes do second?
Yeah. Like
we
would we
play,
have
like-
played another song from that EP right after?
Were we still playing
No.
you? That's the question.
I was
Like,
thinking-
We were.
Do you think we did like something like Ready for You or something like
dude,
that?
that's what I was thinking. But fuck, that would be a curveball. Man,
Did
you're right,
we-
guys. This is what where you're stumping us.
It's something.
Did
It's
we?
not something off of you. It has to be something off the other 2 EPs.
Blue, maybe?
No, Bloom was second to last.
No, Blue.
So not Bloom, Pure Gold. No, it wouldn't have been that second. I don't think.
Party
I'm
Girl?
thinking it was like something off the EP, maybe the newer one.
Off of
Dude.
the 7.
We probably only played Bedroom Floor off You. We probably didn't.
We played Ready for You.
I
and
remember
we
playing
played-
Ready for You.
We
I'm
played
thinking-
By Your Side.
I'm thinking, dude. I mean, you don't have to say.
This
I
is
just
so
have to-
funny. I
Yeah.
I
can't-
love these questions. We always end on it, and seeing you guys have a mental breakdown right now. Is
Dude, that's
fucking
such a good way
hilarious.
to. Oh,
That's
that
a
is a really
good-
good.
It's a great question.
Talk it out. So, what do you think you started with? And you know what you ended with, right? And you said
We
you
started with 21 Days. I know
Okay,
that.
you know you started with
I
that.
think you're right.
And what do you think you ended with?
Drift.
We ended with Ready. We ended up with Bedroom Floor because we had Derek
Yeah.
come up with us. I remember that.
So, what was second?
So naturally, what was second? Was it Breathe It In? Would we do Breathe It In after that?
No, maybe.
Might have been. Oh,
Let's just say
fuck,
this is Albany. There's 12 songs that you played live.
Yeah.
Who would you get this information
Okay,
from, sir?
so, I'll tell you this. I know it's not. If there's 12, I know it's not Bedroom Floor. I know it's not Drift. I know it's not.
Troy's doing the
Bloom.
right. You're working through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I know it's not By Your Side, and I know it's not.
It's Ready for You, Breathe It In.
I feel like
Ready
we
for
would
You.
go.
Ready
I think
for
we'd
You.
go Ready for You.
Ready
Let's
for
lock
You.
it in. It's not
I'm
it,
hearing
but
it.
let's lock it in.
I am so sorry. You do not collect go. You are not an emo millionaire. You must go home. It took 6 out of 7, still pretty good, but this was your set list. The answer was Party Girl. Somebody said it. Yes.
I fucking damn it. Whatever.
Oh,
I really thought it was ready for you.
I really did too. I wouldn't have said Party Girl anyways.
This is the breakdown. You ready? You started with 21 days, so you all knew that.
Okay.
Into Party Girl, into Biggest Mess, Breathe It In, By Your Side, Ready for You, Never Change, Smooth, Deluxe, Pure Gold, Bloom, and then Bedroom.
Wow.
That's a baller set list right there.
I know some people that would like to have that set list back. Yeah, for sure.
That's insane. That's a
Never
blast.
again. A lot of those songs, you'll never hear them live. You had to be there.
Damn.
You had to be there.
I'm so stoked we got to play that. I've always wanted to play it since you started doing it.
You guys have officially made it. You have been part of. Listen, you did better than Eric from Heart Attack, man. All right. So tweet Eric afterwards. He got 3 out of 7 right. He did get the question about the Beatles right. I asked him to name all 4 members of the Beatles, and he got them. So congratulations to us. So you can go yell at Eric from Heart Attack, man. I have him on in a couple of weeks. Maybe you guys can crash the interview. How's that sound?
Yeah. What are the members like? Jim, Kevin,
Pam,
Pam,
people from the office.
Yeah, Michael.
Well, here, let me do this for a bonus question to get a half a point. So that way you're at 6.5. Name 3 Backstreet Boys songs.
Honestly,
come on, Allie.
Couldn't, bro. Couldn't. Could you?
You do the nights, the fucking.
I blanked those one out, bro. I mean, I don't call me a hater, but I'm
That way.
You don't even know the Backstreet Boys?
I want, bro. We're all like.
I want it that way.
Babies.
Okay,
No, that's in sync.
That's in sync.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I already fucked that one up.
It is
Bye,
in
bye, bye.
sync?
It's in sync.
No.
Yeah, right? Wait, shit. Okay, all right.
Oh, boy.
Guns, you look so bummed out.
Wait.
This is
Backstreet's Back. Isn't that a song?
Backstreet's back.
Backstreet
Everybody,
Back.
everybody, Backstreet back.
Everybody.
We got. No, Bye 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 and I Want It That Way. Those ones are in sync.
No, I Want It That Way is Backstreet.
This is chaos. I can't.
Hey, this is what happens. We're all like, like 90 like 5 to 98 babies. So I'm like,
It's the Backstreet Boys. You know these. Listen, you don't do it. You don't pass go.
You didn't get the point.
You're hurting my brain right now, to be honest.
okay, wait, but I Want It That Way. Is that in sync or Backstreet Boys?
That's the Backstreet Boys, my friend.
Okay.
It's one of the most sing-along karaoke songs of all time.
I know the song. All right. I just don't know if it's Justin Timberlake or not.
Okay, so three Backstreet's Back, I Want It That Way, and then Bye Bye.
Bye 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 that's in sync.
That is NSYNC. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Oh man. Anyway, next time here on the Gunz Show, we'll have Young Culture break down boy bands for all of us. So
B44.
Young Culture, good times all around. You got 6 out of 7. Congratulations on Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire. Pretty damn good job. They, for those of us that were just joining us, they got their own question about their own band wrong, actually. So I don't know if that's a good sign or not, but great. It was great that it was from 2019. So that seems like a lifetime away. Ballin'. By the way, you're getting in trouble for people are saying that you don't listen to Backstreet and they're going to lecture you, Alex.
Oh no.
That's okay. Come at me.
Come on.
I don't care anymore.
Because this is the new era of Young Culture coming at you live.
Yes.
Listen, check them out. They're incredibly talented. New music sounds great. Alex, we were talking about it since the summertime about him, just so and just how stoked and and like how it was progressing throughout the whole entire time. Came out fucking flawless. Sounds great. All the hooks, all the jams, all the sing-alongs, all just a fucking great times. I cannot wait for their upcoming tour. The Easy Grenade, Young Culture, maybe At the Altar. 3 incredible artists, 3 incredible bands. It's going to be a damn party. I'll see you in New York City. I'll see you down here in Nashville. We are going to ball out. Maybe I'll go to more shows. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up in the van or the bus and just be like, oh, I guess I'm in Philadelphia today. Who knows?
Let's go.
Let's party.
Maybe I'm just on the road with Young Culture. Let's go. So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Please drop a follow. If you want to rewatch this, you can, but also please subscribe to the Gunz Show on Twitch, but as well as the podcast. We need to beat the algorithm. So follow Emo Millionaire on Instagram and Twitter, as well as the Gunz Show, GUNC. It's right below. You can listen to all the Emo Millionaire trivia shows from the past. Heart Attack Man is definitely one to check out. In fact, you have required listening, everybody that's watching right now. Go listen and go watch my interview with Eric from Heart Attack Man playing Who Wants to Be an Emo Millionaire, because it's fucking hilarious. It's so much fun. He's so funny. Young Culture, what do you want to say to everybody out there?
Hey, man. Thank you guys for watching us on the Gunz Show and supporting us on the Who Wants to Be Emo Millionaire. Thanks for listening to You Had to Be There. I can't wait to see you guys on the Meet Me at the Altar tour.
See you guys there, and swag.
Peace.
Ballin'. Let's go.